everybody, in this video I'm going to show you what I did to light and shoot this horror video that only took me 1 hour to make.
Blood can be transferred through contact with blood and other bodily fluids. The virus seems to be making people uncontrollably violent and also somehow seems to be reanimating the dead. When asked, a White House spokesman declined to comment on whether or not this was a terrorist attack. Due to the violent nature of
Okay, here is our antagonist, if you want to call it. We never get to see exactly what the antagonist is in the film. I kind of want to leave that up to the viewer's imagination. But essentially, all it is one MC from Aputure put on a red hue, and it's just attached to the washer because we have magnets in the back. And I put one of these little silicone pieces of diffusion just to kind of soften it a little bit more. So I just put it right there, and depending on how I was framing the shot exactly, you know, if I didn't want to see the highlight of where it was because it's kind of apparent just due to the nature of this door, I would put it a little bit higher than my frame so we just get the glow of the red. So I also use this light in the fridge scene, and I'll show you a clip of that right now. And I put it to this green hue to replace the bulb, and the way that I actually got that to work was on most fridges, there's little nubs that will indicate the fridge door is open, and that would make the light bulb turn on. So what I did was I took 2 pieces of tape and just kind of taped them down as if the door was still closed, but in reality, it was open. So once that was done, I put this on the top shelf at 100%, and it gave us a really convincing looking fridge light. Okay, and for our second light of the horror film, and our only other light that we use aside from the Aputure MC that I just showed you, was this tube light that is also made by Aputure. It is actually an Amaran T2C, and this light is awesome. It works super great. So I'll show you right now the color temperature that I chose was this very cyan-y, almost like theatrical moonlight, if you want to call it that. So let me just close this door so you can get a better idea of the color, not mixing with daylight. I want to be honest, super over the top. It is punchy. It is not natural at all, almost like science fiction-y, you know, but like I said, it's all artistic direction and depiction. So it really comes down to just whatever look you're going for. And if you think it looks cool just because it looks cool, that's totally fine too. Another perk to this is that a light this cold works really well with really warm lights like this. For example, they're usually on the opposite ends of the color wheel, so you have nice contrast and your image really pops. Now, let's talk about the camera. Alrighty, so for this video, I shot this short film on a red Gemini 5K Ranger. I'll be the first to say that this is overkill to shoot this little project on, but still, I had it on hand and I wanted to just practice filming myself. Filming by yourself can be a lot of fun, but it can also be a really tough challenge. So I recommend anybody that hasn't tried it before to go out and make something just for fun. It could be some kind of horror film like I made. It can be an action film. It can be anything. Just something that's more than just a simple vlog like what I'm doing here, and actually try and tell a narrative story on your own. One of the biggest things I found for myself when using a cinema camera is that there's no autofocus. So I had to get in my place, look at the peaking on the camera, go back, adjust the lens, go back and just hope, you know, that it was sharp. And then at a certain point when I'm watching playback, I need to decide, okay, do I spend more time trying to nail the focus perfectly, or do I move on and try and get more shots because I only had an hour to film? All right, that wraps up for this video. As a quick disclaimer and recap, you don't need the equipment I have here exactly to make what I made. You can probably make something better with totally different gear or lack of gear. It just comes down to your location, time of day, what kind of lighting you're working with, whether it's natural or you're using film lights to get the look you want. You can film on your phone. You don't need this cinema camera. I just have this from other projects. Mirrorless cameras work great too. DSLRs work great. You can use any kind of lens. You can use a kit lens. It really comes down to how the footage comes to life in the edit and the music you might put behind to build that environment, or you know, how long you hold on shots, or if you want it to be more energetic or more fast paced, then that's all things to be determined in the edit. And like I said, that's where it comes to life. Thanks for watching, everyone. That's the video. This was really fun to make, the short film and the breakdown of this. Haven't done one of these in a long time, so hopefully I'll make some more.